Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends. Today, I have the privilege of delivering the divine feminine response to our new law, the 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, the ERA, guaranteeing gender equality for all U.S. citizens, regardless of gender. This is really a special day and is a historical day. I've got a chat here, so feel free to, say hello if you want. And we're going to get started here. This is not fully curated, obviously. I'm still working on it. I literally just channeled this in. So this is really more of a prayer. This is more of a prayer for humanity. And Shakti Tribe that I represent, they are a divine feminine and divine masculine beings here to lead the evolution of human consciousness. Please know this is not about me, but rather collective beings, divine beings that embody love and equality. So we the people today are declaring that control systems based in abuse and division have co-opted the hearts and minds of humanity for too long. We are here to play a new game. This requires extreme self-compassion and compassion for everyone. This is our prayer. So we believe that the future of humanity literally depends on the awakening of the divine feminine energy in us all. So this is an example of divine feminine energy. This is Tara. She's the goddess of compassion. So I invite you to think of your favorite divine feminine. And it might be Tara, it could be Mother Mary, it could be Mary Magdalene, it could be a male-bodied individual. It could be grandmother or mother, anyone you feel that may represent feminism. It could be Susan B. Anthony, Gloria Steinem, Shirley Chisholm, the great Elizabeth Cady Stanton. So we're here to declare that the future of humanity literally depends upon the awakening of the divine feminine energy within us all. This is our very life force energy, and we call this Shakti. This is a yoga term, Shakti. So again, today's message is that we're celebrating our 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, the ERA, guaranteeing gender equality for all U.S. citizens, regardless of gender. We've been working on this since 1776. So it's very, very exciting. And we cannot express enough that this is a big deal. And if you don't know about the ERA, if you don't know about the Equal Rights Amendment, don't worry about it, because most people don't. In fact, this has been a story that has been buried for a long time, and feminists have come a long, long way. And this is about acknowledging them as well, the feminists and their allies that have come before us. So this is not only just constitutional equality for women or girls or non-binary citizens. This, which is really amazing, legal protection under the mother of all documents, the Constitution. And I'm exercising my constitutional rights to speak freely, and that's protected. And now women are too. It's pretty cool. Right to bear arms, protected under the Constitution. Now women are too. It's awesome. So we the people are here to claim equality as the truth. And the ERA is the law of the land now. A truth that not only uplifts us, but all of humanity. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and invite you to close your eyes. Like I said, it's not about me. This is about really love. It's really about love, okay? And the ERA is literally a love letter from our ancestors and from feminists that came before us. Okay, so our constitutional law, The ERA was written in 1923 by Alice Paul. It states simply, equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any other state on account of sex, or we could say gender. That is now part of our Constitution. We are super happy and we're celebrating. So we also declare and claim that narrow, and please, this is use your own discernment. We really need to use our own discernment and be careful about what kind of content we consume these days. Okay, so this is about your inner wisdom, and if it doesn't resonate, please just toss it, okay? But do breathe with me, and please close your eyes and think about your ultimate divine feminine archetype, okay? Just take a moment to have a deep breath. Now, what I'm doing is I'm practicing being in my feminine. I'm practicing because I'm used to talking fast. I'm used to explaining myself and trying to justify my existence and things like that as a feminine. We've been doing that since, my whole life, right? I've learned to speak man speak. So I'm actually going to slow down and speak woman speak. I'm the feminine. I'm getting into my feminine. Okay. I'm going to breathe too because I'm a little nervous. So a narrow political and religious narrative regarding equality for women and feminism has disregarded the love, actions, and persistent, creative, and complex efforts made by generations of women and their allies to secure spiritual, social, and professional equality since 1776. Okay, that's a reality. It's not my opinion. Most of this is reality, okay? I didn't just make this up, okay? Simply put, feminism is the notion that women, girls, and our non-binary citizens deserve the same rights and privileges that are enjoyed by men and boys. It's the radical idea that women are people who deserve legal protection. That's it. That's feminism. That's the essence of feminism. Okay. So that's better. You want to see my ears. Okay. So in other words, feminine energy is equal to the masculine energy, and we're equal but different. Up until this day, it has been difficult to express this truth. The ERA rises out of the voices of our courageous ancestors and badass feminists that have come before us, like the mother of our country, Abigail Adams. And one of the stories I love to tell is Abigail's letter to John, who was a president of the United States, as was her son, John Quincy Adams, as he was preparing to sign the Constitution. So John and Abigail's letters are in the Smithsonian Institution. They're kind of a big deal. They're like one of our national treasures. So she says to John, John, I would desire you to remember the ladies and be more generous and favorable to them than our ancestors. Do not put such unlimited power into the hands of the husbands. So think about what this means and maybe feel like what it might be like to live during this time. Women were not educated during this time, and they were considered to be the property of men. Okay, up until 1921-ish and beyond. Okay, so remember, she said, all men would be tyrants if they could. If particular care and attention is not paid to the ladies, we are determined to form a rebellion and will not hold ourselves bound by laws in which we have no voice or representation. Turns out we've been having a Me Too movement since 1776, and finally now we have the courage to talk about it. And a constitutional amendment to protect us. We are Abigail's rebellion. We are Abigail's prayer. So friends, the divine feminine is rising, and women globally claim equality as our birthright. Shakti Tribe suggests that equality is not political or religious, and systems based in sexism have kept us dumbed down and divided for centuries. So today, we the people of the United States of America, we did this with 38 states ratifying and it passing both houses of Congress in 1972, claim the ERA for all U.S. citizens and equality for all. We the people declare the ERA, the Equal Rights Amendment, as the law of the land. We the people release old limited levels of bully consciousness, mainly because bully consciousness is mean, boring, and stupid. The movie Idiocracy, that's a documentary, y'all. Okay? We're going to play a new game. We're stepping out of that bully consciousness because we know the bully likes to threaten mother. In the new consciousness, we collaborate towards equality with the divine masculine, Black Lives Matter, our indigenous tribes, people of all cultures, and colonized populations. Basically, everyone that's willing to take action towards equality, not just say they believe in it. Love is an action, and today we have become emboldened to celebrate equality, and thank Goddess, we no longer have to beg for mercy. This has been done before. And really, the ERA started back in the day with women like me, women like you, or feminists like you. Back in 1848, there was the first women's conference. So remember, women were considered property, and they were basically taken to this conference by their husbands and didn't really none of them really spoke for themselves. The men actually spoke and facilitated this for them. Okay, so in 1848, 64 women and 32 men at Seneca Falls Convention created a document called the Declaration of Sentiments that demanded many important social, political, and economic rights for women, including the right to vote, equal educational opportunities, the right to property and earnings, the right to custody of children in the event of a divorce or death of a spouse. We have all that now because of them. The Declaration of Rights and Sentiments used constitutional language to underlie the inconsistencies between the National Committees of Human Equality and the treatment of women. We, the new consciousness, declare that equality is not political. It's just basic effing common sense. We are celebrating the Equal Rights Amendment as the 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, enshrining gender equality as one of our nation's foundational principles. And we proudly uplift humanity worldwide as a nation. We, the people, have declared that women shall be respected and protected under the U.S. Constitution. The Equal Rights Amendment was actually ratified by we, the people, in January of 2020. And our President of the United States, Joe Biden, has also declared that the ERA is the law of the land because of the efforts of we, the people, constantly asking and begging our representatives to actually represent us. Shakti Tribe is a group of feminist leaders who realize that co-creating peace on earth requires us to step out of these obsolete power structures, to unify in love, and take positive actions towards equality for all. This will be done from the inside out as we choose to release our limited programmed perceptions. We might ask, what can we do? Please vision and take actions toward creating safe space for U.S. women, girls, and non-binary citizens with the feminine expression, where we can all be treated with regard and respect as equals, holding space for everyone, but especially thinking about women. We, the people, act and step into our power to uphold and remember the 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, designed to regard, respect, and protect women, girls, and people of all genders. Shakti Tribe is here to lead the consciousness revolution and feel that our constitutional law, the ERA, is the low-hanging fruit for peace on earth. The ERA is nothing less than the low-hanging fruit for peace on earth. Assuming we have the consciousness to practice these foundational principles for the new earth, as we celebrate Mother Earth, the ERA, and Martin Luther King on Monday. It's all about focus. Our focus is our energy. Our focus is our Shakti. Friends, the movie The Matrix is not just an action film. It's a documentary. Harry Potter is not fantasy. It's training content. Okay, so I'm going to outline a few things in terms of strategy for our movement for equality, or suggestions. And there's just 3 here. Number 1, let go of victimhood, conspiracy theories, and the illusion of separation, which is very difficult. Very difficult. We have to watch ourselves, but it's super important. That's what we're doing right now. We're literally purging all that out. The energy used to fight against instead can be used to practice self-love and love for others. We must cultivate inner peace before we co-create external peace. Number 2, this is really great. You can do this on Martin Luther King Day on Monday. Be of service. Be yourself and find your purpose. Act from your passions and your inner guide. Number 3, be open to collectively shifting out of division by looking at how and why we have become so polarized. We can find common ground and move forward together, respecting different perspectives. We can respect other people's perspective even if we don't agree with them. This is towards co-creating a loving new earth based in peace. We are one family, co-creating one family under God, Goddess, with liberty and justice for all, for the spiritual benefit of all beings. And so we are. And so it is. So we the people are the dream of the architects of ERA. This generation is the dream of the architects of ERA. We are looking forward to implementing the loving actions required to create safe space and co-create peace on earth. The Shakti Collective, we need resources and support. So we're grateful for your time and energy. Please feel free to reach out to me with any kinds of comments that are kind, subscriptions, ideas, referrals, or resources. You can also donate to our Patreon. Thank you so much for your time, and welcome to a whole new level of consciousness. Thank you. Namaste.